shook and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home. Those crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Only face facts could have saved their plight. Lightning crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the dole. Charon's boats too full to
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Tales of the foolish on the
We're back in the Thunderdome.
Olympian decree now they tote. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost
Good morning.
souls scream. Follow the
I'm back,
path,
don't worry.
or drown in the stream.
Don't worry, I'm back.
Zeus' wrath, a cruel
We don't shy
dream.
away. We don't shy away, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Yeah, we don't shy away from doing the Lord's work.
Rejected truth, their fates avowed.
Yes, welcome back. Yeah, especially to the fake media out there, to all of my haters. Good morning, Heaven. Nice to see you, brother. You're looking real good. Yeah. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get this show started. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome back. We are back in the infamous Thunderdome. All right. I am your host and I am your pilot. All right. And you know exactly what we are here to do. But before we get into that, don't worry. I'm here. I will deal with whatever is going on in the kingdom this morning because guess what? We got a lot of fake news out there. A lot of hypocrites and a lot of liars, and I don't mind doing what I do. So, for those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's not going to change. The first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because, well, I'm humble. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. And the last H, ladies and gentlemen, which probably, as far as I'm concerned, is the most important H, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. That H isn't going anywhere, yes. All right, many of you know what we do over here, so let's just not even get into that. We hold our friends on the right accountable, and we're going to continue to do that, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Donald Trump yesterday pulled off something. A lot of people got a lot of explaining to do. I know there was some collusion going on with Putin and Russia. You wonder what those 7 phone calls were about, right? Or so. You want to know what those threats were in Georgia all about, right? So we're going to have to look into that. We'll get right back to you. But in the meantime and in between time, Donald Trump is, as they say, the president of the United States. So where does that leave us? It's Russian interference. And see, the fake news and the fake media, they won't tell you that. I still stand by it. Kamala Harris, she did an outstanding job, given the circumstances. I'll say that. She did an outstanding job being thrown into the lion's den, all right, and trying to pull off something incredible in record amount of time, all right. It didn't go the way that I wanted it to go, but that doesn't mean the work stops. It just means we have to continue to press the issues, all right. We're going to continue to press these issues, MAGA, but I did think about it, and I said to myself, you know what? If this is what it takes to get you crybabies, you MAGA demon-possessed individuals, if this is what it's going to take to get y'all to be quiet, I think we got to do it. America got the president they deserve, all right? And we got a lot of questions that need to be answered. I don't think those numbers... There's just something weird about those numbers, all right? I'm not trying to promote any conspiracies, all right? A win is a win. Trump won. But if there's a way we could look into that, please, all right? Please look into that. All right. So with that being said, no, Dexter, please. And make no mistake. I'll say this. I don't need the government to tell me the difference between right and wrong. At the end of the day, he's still a convicted felon. Yeah. At the end of the day, he's still an adjudicated rapist. All right. That's true. I'm not lying. At the end of the day, he's done a lot of terrible things. He did lead a mob, an insurrection against the United States government. Those are facts. All right. And right is right, wrong is wrong. So I will continue to tell you, Trump supporters, when you're wrong, when you're being evil. All right. When you're engaging in misogyny, bigotry, racism, xenophobia, and all that stuff. Oh, we're not going to just turn around and let you keep doing that. No, we're going to deal with that. All right. So now that I've gotten my perspective out of the way, and by the way, I'm very angry today. By the way, I'm holding a lot back, but I got to keep it clean on TikTok, right? I'm very angry. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, it is now time to talk to Trump supporters. All right? And so before I get started, because this show might go in a lot of different directions, I must give you ample warning.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Okay, that's enough. I don't want to hear that guy's voice right now. If you are a Trump supporter, please put garbage for Trump in the chat and I'll bring you right up and we'll have the conversation. Put it in there. Put garbage for Trump in the chat and I'll bring you right up because at this point the gloves are off, all right? It is what it is, all right? I see a lot of people want to talk to Big Zeus. And what we'll do is we'll get to the bottom of what's really happening in this country. Okay, hold on a quick second. Hold on. Why? Now look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. My guest request won't pop up for some strange reason. Y'all are really doing a number to my live this morning. Oh, there it is. All right. Woo! Let's see. All right, let's start with the first MAGA demon. Good morning, Billy. You're a winner today. Right? Yeah. You want to turn your camera on? Turn your camera on. Get it out. Is that funny to you? Is that
y'all get?
I knew it. Billy. Well, Billy, you know what? It is what it is. We'll deal with the next MAGA demon. Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. Snuggles, good morning.
Good morning. I'm not going to be as evil as that guy. That guy was pretty evil.
No. Listen.
Rubbing it in.
Listen, Snuggles, your candidate won.
Right.
Shouldn't you all be celebrating and doing all of?
I'm ecstatic, but your candidate did win too. She won. She's projected winner for Ukraine.
There you go. Get the jokes.
Kamala Harris, president of Ukraine. She did great though. That was perfect, guys. That was
well. So now that this is all settled, will you all stop crying?
I haven't been crying. I've been winning, bro. I've been telling you all along, all these years. You guys call me Snuggle Struggle. You made songs
that's still true. That's still true.
You ripped my head off. You guys called me all these sorts of names.
That sounds about right. At the end of the day,
I won.
What did you win? See, this is why.
Steaks.
Tell the people.
Okay, guys.
Tell the people.
My good friend here paid for my steaks already, so I'll wait.
I'm a man of my word. All right.
I did pay him his soul food.
I'm a man of my word. All right. But listen,
we're good at
listen. What do you think is going to be the first thing Donald Trump does on day one? What do you think he's going to do?
Drill, baby, drill.
Okay, drill, baby, drill. When do we get to the mass deportations?
That's going to happen, but we're not going to tell you how it's going to happen.
But
because if we tell you how it's
going to happen, you're still going to do the mass deportations, though, right?
Mass deportations, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, isn't it funny? He got a lot of votes from the Latinos, though. So
absolutely,
I thought that was bizarre. So if I understand this correctly,
Latino Americans.
Yeah. Well, the rumor I heard was they're letting migrants in so that they can vote for Democrats.
Correct.
But it seems like we let the migrants in and they voted for Donald Trump.
No.
So it's some weird stuff. And if you can, please, we need to look into those numbers, Snuggles, because there's some tricky
What are you
stuff
talking?
happening. There's
Are
some
you? Are
tricky.
you? What are you saying, bro?
He got 45% of the Latino vote.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering why
So
didn't
it
Kamala?
seems to me like there's a huge issue going on. I mean,
I'm wondering why Kamala
we
didn't get 81 million votes. I'm
and,
still disturbed about
which
2020.
no, which means the numbers here need to be revisited because I'm convinced,
Right.
and this is why I'm very angry. But I'm letting MAGA feel. I'm letting you all laugh today because today's your day.
So
You
you're not
won.
accepting the results, is what you're saying.
Has Kamala conceded yet?
She's going to concede
Okay,
today.
okay.
We just got Michigan,
Okay,
and we just got now we're
so
52
she
in the Senate.
has she conceded. She conceded.
She
Has she
will.
conceded.
She will. So are you just? So what about the 81 million votes? I'm concerned about that. I
We're
think
go-
we should take a look
we're
back at that.
we're
How
gonna
could
look into that.
Biden get 81 million votes? Can you
Right,
please tell me?
we got to look into all of this. I
Right.
yesterday I understand there were some threats being made in Georgia. The calls were
Yeah.
coming in from Russia. We need to look
Yes.
into that. And the numbers, they just don't add up. And then the part about 45% of the Hispanic
I
vote
thought
went
you
to
were going to
Trump. I said,
concede.
"You won." There's
Right.
nothing
I
else I
thought
need to
you.
do. I gave you your little lunch money for your little
Right.
ridiculous steaks. I gave you that. All right. I'm not
Right.
going to sit up here and promote misinformation, but
My heart
there
doctor
are
is calling.
concerns.
I'm so sorry. My heart doctor is calling, bro.
All right. All right. Well,
I'm
we'll
so
take
sorry.
care of that.
Love you, bro. I gotta take care of that, bro.
All right. All right. Go ahead. Get on out of here, Snuggles. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. Yeah. There you go. There you go. I mean, this nation is going down in degradation. This nation is going down in degradation. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. And I just can't believe a convicted felon. Y'all voted for this guy? What do you see in this man? Seriously, am I missing something? Did Zeus miss something? Hold on. I mean, if I did, please let me know. All right. Let's go to the box. I'm just fielding all questions and concerns this morning. All right. So it is what it is. James, what's going on? How can I help you?
I don't know. I'm not a Trump voter. I'm a vote for Harris.
You voted for Harris. All right. That's a great guy. You're a great guy. Thank you. What did you want to get off your chest this morning? All right. We're just hearing from everyday people. Huh? Uh, your connection, James. Your connection is not quite that
Ready to
strong.
be cut. I don't want my. Nah. Yeah, I'm in the VA
I gotta,
hospital. So
James, I gotta,
yeah,
because your connection is just quite not that strong, all right? But you know what? We'll get straight back into that, all right? Let me get back and bring up another person real quick, all right? Don't worry, I'm gonna give about 2 to 3 minutes each person. We're gonna talk this out. Good morning, Rich. How are you?
Morning. I'm well. How are you? I know
Do
you're
I,
upset.
do I look happy?
No, I know you're upset. Hey, you
Why
have
should,
every right to
and
be.
why do you think Zeus is upset this morning?
Well, your candidate who was never the right candidate. Never the right candidate. There were better options on your side.
What,
I
what?
mean, you wouldn't. Would you agree that had there been any kind of primary in the Democrat Party, that someone else may have been picked other than her?
It would have been the same doggone outcome. I think she did an outstanding job
Oh
having to
yeah,
walk that tightrope between President Biden and Donald Trump, the former
she,
president.
she was in she was in a hard position here,
And
and
did she do a pretty good job? Come on, Rich,
I
give
will
me.
not deny she did
Thank
a
you,
very
Rich.
good
Thank you,
job.
Rich.
She did a
Thank you, Rich.
job.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say
I
that.
mean,
Thank
she
you.
did. I mean, obviously, when the map finishes laying out, it's not going to look as good as it could have. I mean, it's going to be 300 plus electoral votes for Trump, regardless. So, I mean, a pretty landslide victory overall. Won the popular vote, and we went back and forth on this throughout,
Yeah.
through messages. I always respected your opinion, and I like I said, when it came down to it,
What do you think the Democrats went wrong, Rich? I think there's a disconnect, perhaps. What do you think? I'm not
there,
saying you're right or wrong, but what do you think the disconnect is?
that's a good question. Because you got two different sides there. You got some that are, if you look at the foreign policy aspect of it, you got some of them all about Israel and some of them all about Palestine. That's a breaking point. You need to be united in certain things, and that was one of them. The
Okay.
economy is another thing.
The economy. What did we do? What did we do wrong on the economy? Because
I think
our
the bottom
numbers
line,
look great. Where's
I
the
think
disconnect?
I think the bottom line is when you look at the economy, you can say inflation's down and everything like that, but when you really look at it, all the prices are still up. They're not coming down. They couldn't bring the prices down,
Wow.
and it made people, it was a big concern for the American people, regardless. And
What
the
about
policy that she presented, price gouging, I mean, there's no real price gouging going on. Is there occasionally when there's a hurricane and gas stations will throw the prices out, way up when they shouldn't? Yeah, but there was no real price gouging. It's called trying to make sure that you're still making a profit, which the profit margins weren't very high. And
Rich, make
yeah.
it simple to understand. Why did all these people support a person with a nasty track record like Donald Trump? Make it make sense.
Well, his track record as president
It's
the first time
atrocious.
was not atrocious. I mean, we can disagree on that all we want to, but it was not. And people think that he's a better fit for the economy and for
Wow.
the safeness of this country. Bottom line.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, those are two of
I
the
mean,
main issues.
as much as I want to push back on you on this, Rich, numbers don't lie. He won, so I know that it's going to be a crazy off season for us Democrats. We're going to take all of this feedback and we're going to do some real work to make sure we come back stronger next time. All right?
And I expect that. I hope that happens, and I hope y'all move
Yeah.
more towards the middle and further away from farther left.
Okay. Well. Listen. It was great. We put up one fierce competition. I still think Kamala did an outstanding job, but it is what it is. All right.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's Rich right there. You know what it is. All right, he's a Trump supporter, and they're feeling great today. Thank you, Rich. All right. So far, I haven't had to throw anyone into the lake of fire this morning. All right. So we're fielding all kinds of information this morning. Moo, good morning, my good friend. How are you?
You know me, man. I always tell the truth. And,
Absolutely.
I'm not scared to get yelled at by either side. So I'm going to tell you what you need to focus on before the midterms, okay? Was misogyny a factor in this election? Sure. Was racism a factor in this election? Sure. That wasn't why we lost. We lost because we teamed up, and it was one of our biggest mistakes ever. We teamed up with the shadiest, most unpopular Republicans in this country, and we relied on them to carry us through this election. That was mistake number one.
Who are those Republicans?
Liz Cheney,
Oh, God.
Dick Cheney, any of the ones that spoke at these are the same people that created MAGA, who voted with Donald Trump the
Wow.
entire time he was president. And then we have this expectation that they were going to pull through the election for us? No, folks, no. You need to focus on getting this corporate money out of the Democrat Party. Because if you run on things like lowering the Social Security age, Medicare for all, universal basic income to help out with automation, you will win elections. But you can't do that right now because the donors will not let you. So I'm begging the Democrats in the chat here and the independents in the chat here, stop blaming the pro-Pally protesters. They didn't take away enough votes for you to win this election with them. The third parties, they didn't take enough votes away from you for you to lose this election because of them. You lost the election. We lost the election.
Send me a
Because
guest
we
request. I'll
sided-
bring you up. Sorry, Moo. Yeah, but
We
Moo.
sided with, yeah.
There are people in the community. There's people I've spoken to, and just I was fielding a lot of nasty calls yesterday night as this thing was unraveling in front of me, and I was sick to my stomach watching this.
I hear you, man.
And
I hear you.
one thing stood out. They said the left's agenda, when you compare it to Donald Trump, in this country, people hate the left's agenda more than they hate Donald Trump. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, what is the left's real agenda at this point? College debt
Thank
relief
you.
was good. I agree with college debt relief. But what does that do for all the people in this country that aren't college educated? We just push these people to the side. Democrats have a lot of good policy, man. Really good policy. But you aren't able to do the things that would really make a difference for the uneducated in this country. And that's why Donald Trump is able to pull those people.
Nasty.
You have to get the corporate money out of your party. We have to do this so that we can start making those popular left-wing policy. Medicare for all is overwhelmingly supported by the American public. Universal basic income is overwhelmingly supported by the American public. Clean energy is overwhelmingly supported by the American public. But if we don't get the corporate money out of our party, out of the Democrat Party, you cannot make these populist policies that will get you those voters back.
So that's
That's
the
what
issue.
needs
We
to
got
be
we,
done.
we got to work on getting the corporate money out of the politics. Is what you're
If
suggesting?
you look at one of the provisions that was on a ballot, I think it was in Ohio, it had to do with getting corporate money out of local legislature. That provision passed by 70%.
Got it.
70%. All right? So that's what people want. You have to do it at this point. Stop blaming the misogyny. Stop blaming the racism and focus on making it a party for the people again, and you will win.
Fair enough. All right, Moo. Well, listen, we fought the good fight, my brother. All right, and we're
Yeah,
not
man,
going to
we
give up.
tried,
All
dude.
right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Moo. All right,
Have a good one, Zeus.
you too. All right, all right. I mean, we're going to get to the bottom of what's really happening out here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, people. Make no mistake, I'm very angry. One of the things I hate doing is losing. All right, I really hate it, and the fact that I have to get out here and deal with you, especially the fake media out there, really grinds my gears. We shouldn't have lost. We should not have lost. And now, 4 more years of Donald Trump? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I don't get it. Do you really think he got better since last time? Seriously. Sorry for going off topic, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. I'm just trying to get through as many people as I can this morning, all right? Let me bring up some more people, if you don't mind. Who do we got next? MAGA Sharon. I don't think I've spoken to you, MAGA Sharon. What's going on? How are you feeling? Sharon.
Just a total victory for MAGA today.
Oh, okay. So you're not... Okay, maybe. You know what? What do you want to say, though?
Yeah, I think guys like Harry, Sisson, Parker, Tommy, all these guys actually helped Trump win.
How? You didn't add Zeus in there. You could add Zeus in there. You're being nice, but go ahead, throw Zeus in it. What did we do wrong?
Yeah, I just think a lot of the guys, they're like, they're telling a lot of the Americans with the economy, the crime, they're like, economy's down, or the economy's great, the crime is low. Well, you look at homes prices, you look at the price of food, and like, it's obviously getting worse. Crime is up. And then they just kind of like laugh in your face when you ask real Americans what's going on.
So it's like you're suggesting, you're saying the Democrats' messaging, it seems to be disconnected from what's really happening in regular America, so to speak.
Oh, it's totally disconnected from reality. And then with the Palestine
But
issue,
what-
Kamala wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants to be pro-Israel, but stop sending them weapons, but always support Israel when it comes to defending them and sending them lethal aid.
So what is
That's
your
not gonna work.
what is your take? What is Donald Trump's position on the Palestine issue?
Well, Trump actually got much more favorable after October 7th because Israeli infiltration in American politics is very, they want to influence.
But he's pro-Israel, correct? So you're saying basically Democrats should have been more pro-Israel.
No. Democrats were sucking up to Israel. Every time Kamala she wanted to say Israel needed to defend themselves. They had the right. We need to go after and free these hostages. And that they're the greatest ally. We will continue to send them aid no matter what. We need to protect them from Iran.
But what was Trump's role? What is his position? Because it seems
it's the same thing. Exactly. So it's like the liberal candidate was pushing the far right points. Like that was the issue that your voter base had. I'm not talking about our voter base.
Got it.
the
But
issues
from
that you have.
from your voter base though, you're saying a lot of people were pro-Israel, right? And
It's getting less so. Like a majority of the older Republicans are obviously like anyone over 40 is
okay.
probably pro-Israel, but the younger crowd is getting much more anti-Israel when it comes to isolationist policies.
Okay, now what about the economy again? What did Kamala do wrong when it came to addressing the economy? Because
Mostly just like I mean,
the
when you're
numbers
bragging about
the
achievements when the economy is failing, that's like my biggest
but
issue, right?
the numbers clearly are the numbers, right? Unemployment's low,
Well, there it is. That's what really makes people
inflation's
angry.
down. So what's
That's
the
what
issue?
really pisses people off. When someone's like struggling to pay their bills, they're trying to make rent. The rent's going up 10% every 6 months
That has
or
nothing to
even
do.
more.
Okay,
It has
okay.
nothing to
You
do with
know
the
what?
economy. The
I'm
rent
gonna leave
has
it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. I understand that really there's no connection, but if that's what people feel, I mean, he won. He won. I
Well, yeah,
can't
they look at
ignore
the
the
food
result.
prices; they're rising, and when you're waving around these facts from the Federal Reserve or some economist, and you say all these economists say
That
this,
doesn't help.
well,
That
that's
doesn't
not what
help.
people feel.
Got
Yeah,
it.
no, it doesn't help.
Got it. Got it. What
It's
advice?
called it's pissing in their face and saying it's raining. Right?
Okay, fair enough. My other question is about immigration. When do you think the mass deportations are gonna begin?
Well, I'm like a far right conservative, so I don't think they're ever going to happen. I would like to see it day one, but they've walked back the stances over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish Trump is going to be half as radical as you guys are scared of him being. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's not going to happen. A lot of these people, he's going to increase immigration, in my view. He's probably
You
going
think
to.
so?
Yeah, Elon Musk and a lot of these big tech guys, they need their foreign workers to staff the high skill workers, the high educated, like the
Yeah.
Indian immigrants to staff their data centers for the AI, for their SpaceX employees, and
But
SpaceX can even
But
hold
Trump
these.
has to do something about it, right? Because that's his thing. And I read it said 45% of Latinos voted for Trump. So that was concerning, right? Because I've also heard Democrats are opening
Well,
the
that's the
borders
legal ones.
or
The legal
opening
ones seem to support it.
the what? The legal.
If you talk to legal Latinos, most of them are for immigration and border reform. Like they hate the border.
But they're getting but Trump's benefiting from the immigration. It seems that's all I'm trying to say.
Oh
'Cause-
yeah. I
So,
think,
but
yeah,
it's
illegal
weird.
Immigration, I think
It's
it'll be-
weird.
It's possible Trump will go hard on illegal immigration. It's possible
Interesting.
Trump will shut down the border completely and deport a lot of people. I don't think it's
Interesting.
likely.
Interesting.
It's much more likely under Trump than Harris, isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah. I think I know so, but I don't have answers, right? All I can say is one thing I will say I found peace in is I don't want to hear any more crying about this country's going in the wrong direction for 4 years. I get to 4 years of just no more crying about that, at least coming from the right. All right. That's what I'm looking
Yeah, the
forward
crying
to.
just switched now. The other side gets to cry now. It's your turn.
Well. To me, the burden is now on the right to that 70 plus that were saying we're going in the wrong direction. Yeah, y'all got a lot of work to do.
I mean, you got to admit, you guys there's something went wrong. You guys lost the popular vote. Like, that's a huge L for the Democrats.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Well, I would still stand by the fact that Kamala was put in a very difficult situation, and I'm very impressed and satisfied with what she was able to pull off in 107 days. Seriously. All right. Now, Sharon,
I mean,
got
what did she really accomplish? She lost every swing state. She lost the popular vote.
yeah, but she
Donald
had
Trump blocked a woman from being a president twice. The
listen.
guy's totally winning.
She had to walk a tightrope between Donald Trump and Joe Biden and still try to be, flawless. So that's why I say, given that situation, 107 days, did she make some mistakes here and there? I'll say, yeah, but that's par for the course. Overall, I'm satisfied with what she had to try to do in such a small amount of time. All right.
There's a lot of election denial coming from the left.
Well, because the numbers
they cheated.
the numbers don't add up. The numbers don't add up, and there were some
you're-
calls.
you're-
There were some calls that were made coming from Russia. I don't know if you heard about this in Georgia. We got to look into that.
Okay, fair. Give Georgia to Harris. She still loses. You can give the whole state to Georgia. Give the whole county.
Well, we still have the numbers issue. All right, in terms of turnout, I got a lot of questions. All right, I really do.
all the dead people didn't vote. It was clear.
Oh, knock it off! Listen,
This
MAGA
proves
Sharon.
our point that it was stolen in 2020.
Nasty work. Listen, I got to move on. There's others out here who want to talk to Big Zeus. But I will I appreciate your feedback. And again, it's going to be a crazy off summer for us Democrats. All right. But I'll take your feedback under consideration. All right.
I love the liberal tears. I'm drinking them up this
Well,
morning.
we'll enjoy them, but I don't see anyone crying here. I'm angry. I'm
Now Ray was
seething.
crying.
Well, people can handle it however they want. There's nothing wrong with, being emotional. That's fine. But all right, I'm going to move on, all right?
All right, have a good one.
All right, you too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's MAGA Sharon. All right, wow, wow, wow. We are getting, oh my goodness, we are getting quite the number of people up here. Oh my gosh, a lot of people want to talk to Big Zeus. All right, let's go. Who do I want to bring up next? Let's see, who do we have? Who is this? Baja time. Good morning.
Good morning, Zeus. Bayesian time, my brother.
All right, Bayesian time. All right, nice to meet you. All right, this is our first time talking.
Long time follower, all that good stuff. I'm pissed off as well.
Good.
I'll land my plane pretty quick. But I'm going to say this. I'm 70 years old, right? Been around a little bit. I'm originally from Queens, New York, Flushing, Queens. About 10 minutes from where Donald Trump grew up in Jamaica Estates.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. This is my take on America and this election. Donald Trump, and Van Layton spelled it out nicely. Donald Trump can't be corrupt or criminal enough to be a criminal. He cannot be stupid enough or say stupid things to be stupid, right? He just can't be bad enough to be a bad person. If you threw that on any Democrat politician saying the same thing, doing the same thing as Trump, they'd have no chance in hell with the Democratic Party.
That part.
Okay? And America,
I agree.
and I'm going to say this, and people aren't going to like it.
Go ahead, get it
But
off your chest, brother. That's what this is about.
America has shown their true colors. What I think the gentleman before that, who was a Democrat, he was talking about policy.
Moo. Yeah,
money.
Moo. Yeah. Moo. Yeah.
I believe some of that is true, but the deep, core, rooted issue in America is still the deep rooted racism. I don't care what, and I've lived, I was born in the 50s. I've lived through decades. I've seen it all, right? And those, and I'll say it again, those YT folks and the mediocre black men and mediocre Latin men, okay?
Ooh, you getting deep into it.
They love to be adjacent to white supremacy. And also, I'm going to say this.
Go ahead, get it off your chest, brother. That's what this is about.
The bottom line is racism and misogyny, okay? And there was no way in hell, as much as I would like for Kamala to win, the reality is there was no way in hell she was going to win in this America. And what is that song by?
Wait a second. So what went wrong then in this situation with the Democrats? You're saying we can't blame it all on Kamala.
Well, the thing is, Trump had a fear-mongering platform, right? It's all about fear and everybody else and the crime and the economy. First of all, forget about the numbers. The numbers are what they are, right? All indications show that the economy is moving in the right direction.
That's what I saw.
He's going to, if he doesn't do anything, he can just ride that and make it look like he fixed the economy, right?
Yep.
So, but what went wrong is nothing you can do in a country where racism, supremacy, white supremacy is still paramount.
Nasty.
There's not much more you can do. And what
but
really
Biden won in 2020. So
yeah, he won because people were sick of Trump. But what Trump did, and he's such a great con man. I'll give him to him. He is the supreme con man.
Hey, let's give it to him. W's in the chat. Trump a con man. That's what he is. Goodness gracious.
And every con has his marks. And he ran on non-factual information because when you talk to Trump supporters, it's always about I feel. So people that follow Trump and really support Trump, the majority of them, they don't look at facts and figures and stats and data. They don't look at that.
They don't.
All they hear is feelings, and it supports their feelings and their
But
narrative.
but here's the thing, Baha, man. I mean, I honestly, I agree with you, but I do also now. I'm really starting to put my finger on the pulse of there is a situation where what's really going on out here in America and what we hear being said is going on, and it seems to be a disconnect, and that's my concern at this point.
Well, there's always been a disconnect, right? I don't think that's a new phenomenon.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely had a lot of going against her. She had a small amount of time. She's a woman and a woman of color. I think
Absolutely.
that put in this situation, it is what it is. That's why I say she did a pretty good job. I don't know if I could have did any better, but
She did the best she could do with what she was handed.
okay, great. The question I need to have answered is: was the left's agenda more of an issue than Donald Trump? That's the thing that I'm trying to
Well,
get
their
clear.
agenda, it's not their agenda because people aren't listening to the agenda, right? They're listening
Well,
to what Trump
that's
is
the
saying
problem.
because it's more about fear. Because if you really look at it, right? If you look at how the country's going, okay, it's going fine. But what he was saying on his side, crime is up, the immigration. If immigration was so terrible, why did he nix that bill? That was really it was a bipartisan bill, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't even about that. It was just about a con game. It's a con game. I can't say it enough.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
It's a con game, and he won again. He is the greatest con man. And I'll say this: we have some of the stupid. Well, let me say this. I don't want to say that. The electorate, right? The American electorate, they're so uninformed.
Okay,
So
I can live with that too.
uninformed.
All right. Well,
Right.
listen, I got to move it on. All right.
All
Baha
right,
time.
my brother. Zeus, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Baha,
Peace.
man. Let's go. Bayesian time. Listen, my mind's all over the place. Bayesian time. Thank you, brother. All
All right,
right.
my brother.
All right. Bayesian time, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, we got different. I don't mind hearing, because I know a lot of us, we all have different opinions about what happened. And, I don't mind fielding these kind of discussions. But you know what I want to talk about? Yes, Nutty, what do you got to say? Good morning, brother. Nice to see you. Nutty, are you there? Nutty, your connection is not so good, Nutty. Nutty going once, going twice, sold. All right, Nutty, come on back. Nutty, your connection is not good, bro. Okay. Let's see, who do we have next? My good friend Montenegro. What's going on, champ? How are you doing? Good morning.
Hey, Zeus, what's going on, man?
Man, you see what I see out here, man. All hell, they're supposed to be bowing to Zeus today. Right?
I still can't believe what happened.
Oh my goodness. Well, what do you think happened?
I just think the misinformation won in the end. I believe.
You believe that? You believe that it was misinformation, and you don't believe that maybe the left's agenda could also be a problem, whatever that is, because there might be a disconnect, right?
I just can't believe people voted for a felon.
But everybody knew he was one, right?
Now, what does that say about America, though?
That's my point right there. That's my point right there. So if we all know that information, and you seen them, felons for Trump, you see them, what does that say? Nasty work going on out here.
I'm more disappointed in my Hispanic community too.
Because a lot of them voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah, 45%.
I saw that this morning and I said, wait a second. So he's saying these people are coming in the country illegally and voting for Democrats, but they're actually voting for him.
Mm-hmm. They are. They voted for him.
Like I said, America got to the president it deserves. And that's just, we sometimes the people we want to win, they don't win, right? And we just got to ride it out and get better in the off season, right?
Be careful what you wish for. You might get it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Do you think he's going to really do those mass deportations, though?
I believe he's going to have some sort of.
He has to.
I don't know about mass, but I know he's going to weed out, the illegals.
The migrants, yeah. This is wild. This is wild. Well, there's some peace in this, sir, which is now we don't have to listen to them crying about immigration. We don't have to listen to them crying about the economy anymore, right? It's in their hands now.
Exactly.
And we did our part. We played a great game, right? You seen me? I put up so many videos. I mean, these are some of the best videos you'll find on TikTok. I did it, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, you did your job, man. You really
didn't I? Thank you. I mean, thank you. And you were in the comment section, bro, cooking. I seen you cooking in the comment section. We did an outstanding job, but at the end of the day, it wasn't enough.
No, it wasn't, man. We tried our best.
Yeah. Well, don't give up, all right? We're never going to give up. We will never concede, all right? We're going to still, like I had to say earlier, I don't need the government to tell me the difference between right and wrong. Do you?
No.
Nope. So I'm going to still continue to press the issues as necessary, all right? But we gotta actually regroup and really take this feedback we're getting and go back to the drawing board and get better in the off season. That's what this is about for me.
Just keep doing what you're doing, Zeus, man. We love you.
All right. I love you too, man. Thank you. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Mountain Negro, man, a round of applause. It's going to be all right, honestly. We get to hand it over and say, now the ball's in your court. Good luck. And they're going to have anytime they bring up an issue, you know what we're going to do? Oh, go talk to your daddy about that, Donald Trump. You know what I mean?
All right. Peace, Kingdom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mountain Negro, let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, I do believe we need to do a recount too. Yeah, recount it. Count it as many times as you can, ladies and gentlemen, because we need to get to the bottom of what really happened. All right, maybe this account will work. Nutty, how are you doing this morning?
So, I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I still got my H's fully intact. Honest, humble, and handsome. Obviously, today is more of the middle H, a little more humility.
Well, I'm gonna put it this way, Zeus. I'm gonna put it this way. Hate has won. Hate won. Hate has won in this country.
Turn left onto Marshall Road Southwest.
Oh my God! Well, that's
hate has won in this country, because if you look at everything that was done, I don't blame Kamala for her campaign. I think she ran an amazing campaign.
Yeah.
She ran an amazing campaign. I don't even blame the left's agenda.
Okay.
Because the agenda was an agenda for the people.
But a lot of people say it didn't translate. It was hard for a lot of people that are in regular America that don't follow these conversations. It was hard for them to see how some of that stuff benefited them. Maybe they just never had the opportunity, right?
Zeus, I'm sorry, I disagree, because you've heard the term, you can lead a horse to water.
Yes.
But you cannot make them drink. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Kamala's campaign was very elementary. She didn't come out with giving you all these economic terms. She came out and said, this is what I want to do. And she broke it down in crayons. Broke it down in crayons. I'm sorry. She spoke to the everyday American. And so here's the statistics.
Thank you, everyone.
74% of white men voted for Donald Trump. We knew that was going to happen because they're white men. Here's what really pisses me off. 69% of white women voted for Donald Trump. So they didn't even look at their own sisters and comrades like Kate Cox, who voted for this.
But why did they do that? Why do you think they would do that? No, Nutty. This
because of their proximity to the patriarchy.
Okay.
Because of their proximity. But see, I'm not even gonna give my own community a pass because he won 24% of the black vote, 16% black men, and 8% black women.
So there is it the same thing, the patriarchy thing?
No, that's the proximity of whiteness and just downright ignorance on our side.
But okay, so I get it. We can identify.
Well, let me just finish this one stat, and then I'll let you.
Okay,
I'll let
please.
you
Yeah, because you're saying a lot, and I got to dive into some of what I'm understanding.
Absolutely, for sure. But see, it was the Latinos that really pushed him over the edge. He won 85% of the vote. 85% of Latinos that voted for Donald Trump. And that breaks down to 45% Latino men and 40% Latino women.
Yeah.
The very people he wants to deport. They're like, okay, because he's not going to do it to me because I'm his friend. I'm wearing the red hat. So go ahead and dive, sir.
Wow. But Nutty, honestly, as much as I agree with that, I still can't help but wonder, what could we have done differently?
Zeus, when you are fighting a beast like racism, the only thing that we could have done differently is if Joe Biden would have had a white man as the vice president, then we would have won this election. The only thing we would have done. That's the only thing we could have done differently.
But he won in 2020 though with Kamala.
He won in 2020 with Kamala because they were like, okay, well, this is still a white man. They weren't looking at the fact that he had a black woman as his running mate.
Yeah.
And the fact that he won with a black woman, again, just like the Obama era, we thought that we were making progress. When they were like, oh, not so fast, my friend. They're like, not so fast. Because you cannot tell me any different when Kamala Harris is the most qualified candidate we've ever had in the history of this nation to run for the presidency of the United States of America. The most qualified.
He's talking about her, Kamala Harris, absolutely.
You cannot tell me it was anything other than race, especially seeing the numbers come in from white women. What else is it, Zeus? Because it wasn't policy. She spoke to the everyday average American. She spoke to them. She actually went out on the doors, and she knocked just yesterday.
She did.
Appearances on the doors. Did Donald Trump even go out anywhere? No. He didn't even talk about policy. He talked about a campaign of retribution, and about 4 years ago, they stole an election. The man didn't even freaking campaign, and he won the presidency.
No lies detected.
So what else can you say, Zeus? No, sir. I am not going to blame the Democratic platform. I am not going to blame Kamala Harris. I'm going to lay it at the feet of where it belongs. Racism in America. This country has shown black people. This country has shown the LGBTQ community. This country has shown everyone that isn't a white man that they don't care about anything but white men.
But I get that. But my still concern is, do we just leave it at that, or is there something we need to be working on in the off season? Maybe we don't have the answer now on this show, but I do think there's something we should be doing in the off season to help correct this issue you're bringing up, right?
I don't know. The only thing that's going to correct this issue is for God himself to change the mind of racists. You're not going to, there's nothing you can do when you're fighting the disease of racism. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
No,
lay it out.
everyone's
I'm just gonna
entitled
lay
to
it
their
out.
own opinion, so that's why I'm doing
Racism,
this.
racism is a disease. It is a disease, and it cannot be cured unless the people with the disease want to be cured.
Interesting. And is it you're saying black people can obviously have the disease because they voted for Trump, right?
I'm saying that black people can be infected,
Got it. Wow.
and some of us are infected,
Nasty.
and we've always known that.
Nasty.
We've
Nasty.
always known that. And someone was just talking. Someone just in the comments just brought up, homosexuality. Listen, folks, I've said it a million times. You don't have to be part of a community to see their existence. This is about human rights. So now I wonder how many Americans can go and apply for asylum to Canada or Mexico. Because guess why?
What?
We need asylum. We need other countries to open up for us because we're going to be seeking asylum.
Nasty.
Because Trump has told you what he wants to do. And if you don't think he's going to do it, he is now coming in as the most powerful president-elect in our history. So now that the Supreme Court has done what they've done, I think Joe Biden, he needs to go really dark, Brandon now.
Okay.
And he needs to expand the court to 15 justices. And before we turn the Senate over, they need to push them through. We need some sort of a buffer that's gonna withstand the next 4 years. Because if the numbers hold and they do for sure get the House of Representatives, we have no buffer. Because right now, Donald Trump has 2 more Supreme Court justices.
Lord have mercy.
He's going to appoint 2 more Supreme Court justices. And mark my words, they're going to be younger to where even after Donald Trump leaves, the effects are going to be lasting for at least 50 years.
Wow. Nutty.
So
wow.
Joe Biden needs to go dark, Brandon, starting today. He needs to expand the Supreme Court because constitutionally, he can do it.
I like it. It sounds like a plan for me. I mean, I have no problem with it, Nutty. And thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Have a good day. And y'all, listen. I know a lot of y'all do not profess any sort of organized religion or Christianity, but I'm a Christian. And I'm proud to say that I'm a Christian. And the reason why I'm not freaking out is because I know that the God that I serve is still in control.
Amen. Amen.
I hope that Donald Trump is successful for the American people.
Yeah.
I hope he is. I hope
as we slide into being a more authoritarian country. Yeah.
Yeah.
Creative Ink Studios, what's going on? Yes.
I hope that those things do not happen. I hope we can keep our democracy. But if we don't, I'm looking at you, white women. I'm looking at you dead in the eye.
Why?
I'm looking at you, Blaga, and I'm looking at you to my Hispanic brothers and sisters.
Lord have mercy.
If you voted for this.
Lord have mercy.
Have a great day, y'all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's my friend Nutty Professor. As you can see, we're getting a mixed bag of feelings and emotions this morning about the results of the 2024 election. Just to clarify where Zeus stands, I am very upset with the outcome, all right? I'm very upset. Should have never happened like this. But what am I upset about? That's the other side of this, right? I mean, everyone had the same information and went out and voted. And I said, wow, you voted for a convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist? Someone that's been impeached twice? You saw him mismanage the pandemic? Like, what on earth is going on in this country where that is the solution? I don't have the answers, but I'm willing to honestly hear people out. And even if I disagree, I'll hear you out. But you know what? I'll still stand on it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. If I see you up here doing wrong, don't worry. The lake of fire is still here. I just haven't had the desire to use it. But today, if I need to use it, I'll use it. All right? Let's go back to the box. Who do we got this morning? All right. Who do we got? My good friend, Mexican Guru. How are you doing, Mexican Guru? I haven't talked to you for a minute.
Good morning, Zeus.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
How are you feeling? You say you're feeling great.
Just as shocked as you.
Why are you shocked?
Well, I'm not really shocked. It's kind of funny though. I can't vote because I'm a felon. So
I got
how
it.
could I guess if a felon can be president, then felon should be able to vote, right?
Yeah. So your thing is you couldn't vote, but Donald Trump voted, and he's actually getting the top job in the country, and that's a concern to you,
right? It's kind of like we should all be able to vote then.
Do you think he should pass legislation then, I guess, to help address it so all felons can vote? I think that's what he should do at this point. I mean,
yeah, because it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Why do you think so many people are giving him a pass?
I have no clue. I have no clue. But I think that it has to do with black women having a bad rap right now. You know what I'm saying?
Black women have I've never heard that one, but I'm open to understanding what you mean. What's the rap that you catching out here on these streets? What are they saying?
About being strong and independent, you know?
That's what they're saying out here on these streets?
Yeah. You know, like they're educated, you know, and strong and
is it just black women? And I don't understand why that's a problem, but is it just black women or is it women in general? You're saying that's an issue in regular parts of the country?
Well, yeah, like on TikTok, you see how well they're when you're independent, you know, it kind of gives you, they're just like too strong, you know, like.
So Kamala she represents, I mean, this is a different way of looking at things. You're trying to say to some people she represents an independent black woman.
Yeah, like a strong, independent, educated one, you know? And that's intimidating to the other women, you know?
But isn't that a good thing to be? Isn't it a good thing to be that way?
I think it's a great thing, and
yeah.
she showed a lot of class in the little time that she had. You
yeah,
know?
So it's a good thing to be that, but it's also intimidating
to the people that aren't as, you know, as educated and as, you know,
so
as strong, you know.
I mean, this is why I'm doing this show, because I want to get as much feedback as I can so I could get better in the off season, right? So whenever I hear perspectives like this, it just makes me go, okay, let me go back to the drawing board and add that down, and I'll come back and figure out how to process that. In your estimation, that is more of an issue than all the bad stuff Donald Trump has going on, and especially how he treats women.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah, because it's very intimidating. See, we're from California, you know, like we have kind of different, kind of, you know, the way we get along, you know, is way different than the other part of the states, you know, the other states, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you're saying the rest of the country might not get down like we get down out here in California.
You know, you know.
Well, okay. So now, what about Latinos voting for Trump?
No, okay.
that's to me, that's mind blowing, right? Because the connection is
they weren't. See, Latino and to me Mexican, you know, is kind of different, you know, like because you know California here, right?
Yeah.
You know how we say we're Mexican. Everybody says they're Mexican, you know.
Right.
They don't say we're Latino. It's not used here, you know.
Yeah, but what gives? If you hear somebody saying, "Hey, mass deportations, I'm doing it day one," Why would you, as a person that's Hispanic, go and vote for that person? That to me seems like it would
I
hit close
can't.
to home.
I can't answer that.
I think
It's
I can. I
unbelievable
think
to me.
I think there's something going on in the culture where they call it, what is
But
it, machismo? You heard of that?
yeah, but it's not Mexicans doing
I
that.
said I said
Latino is
Latin,
more like is European, like 3/4 European.
but is that a
Uh,
thing, right? Is it a thing in the Latin culture where it's like, we don't think women should be doing that. We think that's for
I don't.
is that a thing?
I I can't explain the way the other people think. I can only say like how us Mexicans here in
Well, for
California think.
you, yeah, yeah, you know what's going
We're
on in
not
your
for it.
communities,
We
but
voted against it a bunch of times. Remember when they tried to do that here in
yeah,
California? Yeah, and so we voted against all that stuff. So you know
yeah,
how we feel about it.
yeah.
That's way different than the Latino or whatever. You know,
Okay,
because they want deportation and everything. We voted
but
that down a bunch of times here in California.
yeah, but there's I don't think a lot of so here's my thing, and I'm going out on a limb by saying it. I think some people are going to end if he moves forward with this deportation thing. Those people who voted for him, they just might get deported on accident, obviously, right? That's how it's going to be justified. But I think that's what's coming down the pipe. But
But
again, it's not on me to do,
undocumented didn't vote for him though.
huh? Oh,
Undocumented
but
didn't
but
vote
but
for him.
right, but that's the difference though. So when a lot of people here think because they're legally here, they can't be rounded up. That's the
Oh,
thought process, right? But I think that if that process goes on, there's going to be people who are legally here that may
uh-huh.
fit the description and end up
Uh-huh.
getting sucked into it and they get deported.
Oh yeah, it happened.
That's
It
what I'm
happened.
saying. Huh?
Happened to Mexicans before.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. Yep. Tell them Mexican guru. All right,
Yeah,
listen, I got to
and
bring up the next.
they all got. Well, not me, but our ancestors all got burned for it. The Bracero program that we
Well,
had.
so I don't know I just kind of know United States history and how the United States gets down. They're not
Well,
perfect.
during the wartime, all the men went and were fighting, you know,
Yeah. Well,
overseas and
listen.
everything,
Well,
and so all the labor
now listen. I got
went
to
and
move
fought.
on to the next panelist.
Okay.
All right, but ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen,
Anyways, good job, Zeus. It's the most viewers I've seen ever.
okay. Don't worry. It won't last long. But thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Mexican Guru. All right, let's
Good
go.
job, Zeus.
Thank you,
Very good
thank
job.
you. And you've always been so supportive of what I do. I appreciate you, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Oh my goodness. My, oh my, oh my. All right, let's bring up the next panelist. All right. What a show. What a show. Good morning, Doc. How are you doing this morning?
Oh Lord, have mercy. You know, I have no words.
Mm.
For where this country is and where it's headed. Democracy actually died last night. Women's rights, they don't have any. I mean, because that's coming down the pike. Um, and those 11 million people that will be deported, do not think that some citizens are going to be wrapped up into this immigration thing. Okay. The Department of Education, gone. That's gone. He already said that.
Yeah.
So, Project 2025 and Agenda 47 is in full effect. And at this point, I have decided, me and my husband, we will be leaving the United States
Really?
within a couple months. Yeah, I gotta go. I can't have my family and worried about my family with this. This is not good. We are now in a fascist state come January. Come January.
You think
Um,
so? You think it's going to be that bad, Doc?
I am for sure it is going to be that bad. I am sure. I'm for sure. In my heart, I know it's going to be that bad. And for those people who thought it was funny or think he was silly, oh, and I love him, he's going to show you how much he loves you. And you know what? You get what you get because that is what you wanted. So many people are going to be hurt by their own actions. Those what was it? 67% of was it the white women? They voted against their own granddaughters, daughters,
Thank you.
themselves, and the unaliving can get prepared. Let's get prepared because we have now entered back into some damn 1960 shit. And I'm going to tell you something. I got something in Discord that had the N word with the ER, with the hard ER. That was posted, that came through from Discord. Not
Nasty.
only that, I seen it last night. A young lady that was speaking on this election, I was in the chat, and at least 3 or 4 times she was called the N word with the ER. So, this racism here, I'm over it, baby. I'm over it. No, I am over it. So, I got my passport.
Lord have mercy, Doc.
I just talked to my sister, and the plan is we will be leaving the U.S.
Lord have mercy.
They wanted it. They can have it because I cannot. This is not for us. This United States is not for people of color in this day and age. And that is how I feel.
Do you think there's any hope? For instance, shouldn't we probably stay and continue to press the issue and not let it devolve all the way into authoritarianism?
Where are we going to go? When we look at it, Zeus, how can we fight? We don't have the House. We don't have the Senate. We have a whole bunch of MAGA cultists that are now in the government, and that is going to bring down their authoritarianism as well as the society that they wanted, which is male dominated. See, that's what they really wanted. And that is the problem, is the male dominance for me.
Yeah.
That young gentleman that was just sat up here said that, I think it's the strong women, right?
Yep.
It's the strong,
the strong black women.
The strong black women. But let me tell, Blagger, with your character flaws, you still not going to be chose. You still not going to be chose because you have a character flaw. And for you white men, you're not going to be chose neither.
Well, I think America got the
I don't have nothing to say. I'm lost, Zeus.
Well, here's the thing. This is where I'm at, and I understand you got to make the best decision. I think America got the president it deserves, and I feel a little more at peace, right? When it comes to, all right, so we shouldn't hear no crying about the border. We shouldn't hear any crying about the economy, right? We shouldn't hear any crying about no wars because now we know who's going to be dealing with all of that. So I look forward to some nice peace and quiet, and I'm gonna still keep doing what I do. I'm gonna still keep holding people accountable because I don't need the government to tell me the difference between right and wrong. But when they bring that stuff up, What? Oh, mass deportations. Tried to warn you. All right, hard head makes us soft behind.
Yeah, I mean,
Somebody got to
I
get
just
it.
don't want
Somebody got to get it.
somebody got to get it, and
Yeah.
they gonna get it.
Yeah.
They gonna get it because you know what? That Social Security that these people are dependent on, and this Medicare, Medicaid. Guess what? You're not gonna have it.
Well, that's
You're
why.
not going to have it.
That's why I say, some folks learned the hard way. Last time they learned when the pandemic struck, then they learned, oh, maybe we don't need Joe Biden. So, like I said, Donald Trump isn't the one running Earth. All right, he doesn't have that kind of power. And what we'll do, we're going to hold him accountable the entire time. I'm going to be watching him like white on rice. All right, my eyes are on MAGA. All right, but don't cry about. As soon as he gets in there, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, watch. You better have money in your pocket. I better see a lot of eggs wherever I go. If I go to a store on day one and I go order a hamburger and I say, give me some bacon, it better cost less than $3 or I'm throwing up. I'm blowing a gasket.
Oh yeah, the price is too damn
I
high.
need that. I need that.
The prices is too high.
There you
None of
go.
that. We
No,
better not hear none of that. It's over, MAGA.
it
You
really
chose
is.
the America that you wanted.
There you go,
You
Doc.
chose
You
this.
got him. Yeah, I'm gonna hold their feet to the fire.
Hold it. Yep.
I know one of y'all in here working here. I know one of y'all voted for that guy Trump. Bring the price of bacon down. And I need that MAGA discount. That's what I'm going to be asking for, Doc. So yeah, we'll take care of that, and we're going to continue to drill, baby,
And we
drill.
gonna see.
All right.
We're going to see. So
Yeah.
they chose it, and
Thank you, Bounce.
for me,
Yeah.
I'm over it. I mean, I made up in my mind if he was to be elected that I felt like I gotta go because
Yeah.
I can't live in America like Project 2025, where you're gonna see police with no accountability. And you know what, Blagger, you get ready for it.
That's their thing, Doc. That's their thing. And like I said, I know how to get out the way when it ain't my time. All right. And this ain't my time right now to shine. All right. I did it. We won for 4 years. We did it for 4 years. We gave them all the information. You're on your own at this point. I'm going to go take care of mine. All right. Well, listen, Doc, I appreciate you. All right. And don't. They asking where you're going. Don't tell them where you're going. All right. Because then they'll try to
I
ruin
ain't
that.
telling them shit. None of they damn Jersey. Bye. Good riddance.
Thank you, Doc. You made me laugh. You said I ain't telling them that. Okay, thank you. Well, all right, I'm gonna bring up the next guest. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, show some love. All right, that's my good friend Doc. All right, Doc in the building. All righty then. Oh my goodness. All right. We are hearing from quite a few. Don't worry, I'm gonna talk to you, Trump supporters, because make no mistake, there's a red line, and I will not cross it just because Trump won. How you doing, Ange?
I turned the camera on today. I
Looking great. Thank you. Looking great. Your friends are here.
I got some sleep last night. I did.
Thank you.
Obviously, I woke up to that, and we all know that was bad news. But MAGA, I have a question for you. This was interesting. I went on live pretty early this morning.
Thank you.
I meant to get over here sooner. And the very
I got your tardy slip, so you gave me.
Well, I think you'll really accept it when you hear this. My very first guest was a Trump supporter. I was bringing them up, letting them do their thing. And the very first one threatened my life. So, guys, I thought you were supposed to be happy. Zeus, these were her exact words. She said, I Googled you. I know where you live. You have 5 ugly kids. Excuse my language to your mom, and I'll be at your fucking door. That's what she said. That's quotation. Sorry, Mom. I'm just quoting what she said to me. That was the very first MAGA guest. So if y'all so happy,
evil,
why are you coming up? And I hadn't said anything bad to her whatsoever. And she threatened my life. Zeus, she knew how many kids that I have.
Sick. That's evil. And again, I don't need the government to tell me that's evil or not. Whoever that was, that's evil. Why would you go that far?
I got it. And when you threaten my life, I take it serious, and I've had to do it before. She said she Googled me. She knows where I live. She knows my full name. You have 5 kids. I'll be at your effing door.
Lord have mercy.
So anyway, if you're
sorry that you're going through that, and seriously, it should never have gotten to that point. And people say Zeus is crying. I'm not crying.
People are saying it didn't happen.
It's the fake news. It's the fake news, Ange.
It did happen, guys. I have plenty of people that witnessed it. And my next guest that came up, Beauty by Will, he's wonderful. He came up and he just was having a lot of very profound things. He's 22 years old, and he came up. We were having a conversation. A Trump supporter came up and threatened to pew him. So, no, I'm not lying. I have it on tape. I might even make a video.
The question is, will you Trump supporters hold each other accountable? And please tell your friends that are MAGA to stop it. Just, y'all won. You won, all right? We're angry. We're crying. We're seething. But you won. Move on and do what you said you were going to do. I want to see immigration go down to 0. I want to see mass deportations.
Yep.
And I want that bacon. Listen, I'm going to go. I want to see what, Ange, you and I, you go into it and you order a cheeseburger. Can I get some bacon on it? How much is it? Under Biden, it's $10. Day one, when Trump gets in office, I'm going to do that. It better be $4 or less.
No, I want 10 cents. Less than, I want it down. It needs to be only 10 cents more.
And what do you want your gas prices to be?
Well, they had already gone down to like $2.69. I'd appreciate it if we could get to maybe like $1.69.
Why not make it a solid $1?
All right, we'll go with $1. That's back what it was.
I want $1 gas. I want $1. What else do we want out of this administration? Because trust me, that's going to be the one thing I ramp up about. Like right now, I'm going to take the L. But the moment he gets in there, I have a list of things that he's supposed to do. Get rid of these electric cars. Not one Tesla. I don't want to see it. Get rid of them. If I start seeing, and if he's not doing that, I'll be back on TikTok holding Donald Trump accountable, just like I'm doing now.
Absolutely. And two other things, real quick, is I was raised by a man who's will never let me quit anything. These people are telling me to leave. Are you kidding me? I fight harder.
Yeah.
I fight harder. And one last thing, Mega, just so you know, he wasn't counting the red hats. He doesn't know if Ange wore a red hat or you. You will be treated the same way that I am. It didn't matter that you ran around in your gold sneakers, that it didn't matter. Under an authoritarian, nothing matters. He's going to treat you the same as me. And I'm going to watch you be crying in a few months because you know what? You're low info. That's what you are. You're low info. So you don't have much of an education, which means you don't make much money. So when the tariffs kick in.
Oh, forgot about the tariffs.
When the tariffs kick in, you ain't going to be able to afford it. Ange can, because myself and my husband are very educated. We haven't suffered. You guys will, because you're low info and your jobs are probably sucky because you. Anyway,
Damn.
I'm going to leave it at that. But when those tariffs kick in, you're going to be in some trouble with that too.
Tell him, Ange.
But I'm not going anywhere. I don't go anywhere. I get back up and I just.
We're gonna have a crazy off season. We're gonna train like we've never trained. And again,
hell
Ange. Yeah. But at the end of the day, we're going to stick to holding Donald Trump accountable for all of those things he said he was going to do to fix this country and get it back on track. All right?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful Ange. No lies detected. Come on, Trump supporters. Cut it out. You don't need to be racist today. You don't need to threaten people. You won. Knock it off. You won. All right? Go celebrate. You got your trophy, you got your guy. Go celebrate and hug it out with each other. Have a blast, all right? Leave us be. We got enough problems, all right? And we don't need extra ones, all right? Who else do I want to bring up next, ladies and gentlemen? We don't got much time, all right? I've been talking to a lot of Trump supporters. You guys remember DJ Lethal Vibes? You remember this guy? Yeah, you're back.
Oh, Zeus. How you feeling, brother?
Well, I've already said I'm angry, but I'm not going to cross that red line.
What?
Well, you can turn your camera on. You can turn it on. Come on, turn the camera on. Let's make this a real show. Why are you offline now?
Hold on, let me turn
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh
So,
my
Zeus,
God.
what happened? What happened? Tell me about your emotions right now. Let's
I'm so glad that you actually sound concerned, because this is what it's really about. Last night, I watched something unfold on national television. I had my phone and I looked and I said, she's going to win. And then all of a sudden I said, wait a second. We were getting ready to win. And I almost wanted to do what he did and say, frankly, we did win. But I stopped myself and I said, I don't believe it. Apparently, we have people in this country who don't mind that Donald Trump is a felon. They don't mind that he says disrespectful things about pretty much everyone. They don't mind that. They really have a problem with the economy and the border, according to them, even though I think it's misogyny and racism. And apparently that's what it is.
So the real issues, they're more focused on the real issues, you're saying. Americans are done with the petty stuff and the pitting against each other. You're saying they're done with all of that. They're more focused now on the actual issues that matter.
No. I didn't say that's what they're doing, because we're still divided. But he won, so I gotta adjust now, right? You gotta say it.
That should have been expected. Just to expect Kamala to win, that was pretty delusional. So
why
you're surprised and you're getting up and acting like you're surprised?
I am surprised.
There was no policy. Joe Biden stand a better chance, and that's what we're talking about before. Joe Biden stood a better chance, and you guys wanted to deny that. And
now you're the first one to say that. So you think Biden shouldn't have dropped out if we needed to win?
Yeah, Biden stood a better chance.
But his approval numbers were in the toilet. They were in the garbage.
Biden still stood a better chance.
Why?
Because he had the people that supported him, and that's who the people actually voted for. So if he had run the race, he had stood a better chance than somebody that they just popped out of nowhere and people didn't know or used to for the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And you got to put the logic behind it. People weren't used to Kamala. She been disciplined. She been pretty much ghost for like 3 years straight. And then she just popped out of nowhere. And she didn't have no different policies other than supporting what Joe Biden was doing for the last 3 years. So you got to admit, there was nothing. You know what I'm saying? The party came with nothing this time. Before, they had something. You know, so for us to be like, oh, you know, we lost because Kamala was so great. No, it was terrible this time round. Let's admit it. The Democrats did really terrible this time round. You know what I'm saying? And
now I'm getting uncomfortable. You're making
because
you're making Zeus
expose themselves for the ones that truly don't believe in democracy. You know what I'm saying? And the people see that. That's the reason why a lot of people switch at the end, because to got rid of Joe Biden like that and then place Kamala in instead of Joe Biden. Come on, you.
There's a lot of people who disagree with what you're saying. All right, but you know what? You won, so I'm going to hear it out, because, like I'm telling people, I'm going to take all the feedback that I hear today, and we're going to get better. We're going to get better in the off season. So you're the first person to come up here and bring that point up about us, you know, Biden dropping out and backing Kamala, and basically saying that may have actually hurt the Democrats'
Yeah,
chance.
it did a lot.
The way that, and you know what, to be honest with you, this is how I kind of felt. I said, so we should have, they both were just crazy old white guys. Both of them were crazy. We should have left Joe in. I had that thought for a split second. Because the crazy white guy won.
They should have just let both of them just run it straight to the end. It would have started a better chance. I'm telling you, man.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I trust me. We would have started a better chance.
Lord have mercy.
That's
But
somebody that really didn't know. You know what I'm saying? They actually spent time knowing Joe Biden over the last couple of years from the last election. You gotta admit that, you know. So regardless if he was deteriorating or not, Joe Biden still had the support. Well, more than Kamala. You know what I'm saying? So it would have made a difference, and people that switched over from the Democratic Party to the Republicans would have stayed. You know, and you gotta admit, a lot of people was talking about that last minute shift, and the fact that a lot of Republicans called it beforehand and said the Democrats was just setting it up. Come on, you know what I'm saying? So it looks even worse on the Democrat Party. A lot of people were saying, you know what?
Lord have
Joe
mercy.
Biden's not going to actually be the candidate. They're just waiting last minute to switch out their candidate. And what they do, they switch out the candidate last minute. So you guys cannot be.
What do you think would have happened if we didn't switch him out, though? Do you think he would have won and got reelected? Be honest.
I believe he would have a better chance. I think he would have a better chance, a way better chance. I think, yeah, it would be possible.
As much as I want to argue and do my thing, I'm using my middle H because I'm humble. I got to take what you're saying under consideration. I mean, this to me is clearly a problem. What about the fact about Donald Trump's character flaws? Everything that I raised, you mean to tell me people don't care that people are criminals?
Yeah, like I said, the moves that the Democrat Party made at the end is what threw people off. That became more important to them than everything else, because everybody in the beginning of the year, everybody was focused on what was going on. Oh my God, this with Trump, whatever with Trump, and then
the debate. Biden blew it at the debate, and
exactly. But if they had kept going and just did a next debate, and if Biden could have gathered himself back together, the party would have stand a chance. But that shift that they did, where everybody was like, okay, who is this? Who are we voting for? Like, we got to go find out who this person is, what they're about, what they've been doing. And it's like, okay, they're the vice president already, what they've been doing. And then people are going to weigh that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't going to work out. You might as well just leave Joe to just run the race. He's already at the president. You know what I'm saying? So why pick the vice president that was doing less? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay. What about Donald Trump's first term? Can you be honest about it and rate his first term in terms of, like, if you were to rate it A, B, C, all the way to F, what would you give him on his first term?
His first term?
Yeah, in terms of how he ran the country and include the pandemic.
Include the pandemic? I would have to give him like a B for that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't perfect because at the end it kind of like fall apart with the whole pandemic.
And what would you rate Joe Biden?
Joe Biden? Joe Biden I have to give Joe Biden an F. He failed.
Darn, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, Joe Biden failed. I'm sorry, but he failed, man. Listen, if the party had like start calling things off from an early stage, they would have stand a chance. All right, let me tell you something. And
all right,
a lot of Democrats could admit if they had picked like stronger, like let's say Tulsi Gabbard or even RFK, they would have stand a better chance. But they can't. The Democrat Party, for some reason, keep on pushing all the good candidates out of the party. So I don't understand that. And a lot of these good candidates have a lot of supporters. So how is that going to work?
Lord have mercy.
I've been trying to figure this out, and it's just common sense. So if the Democrat Party keeps on pushing out some of the most popular candidate in the party, how is the party going to win? Make it make sense.
Lord have mercy. Well, listen, I don't got all the answers, all right? But we're going to have to take care of that in the off season, brother, all right? And I got to move it on.
All right, sounds good, Zeus. Appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you for coming up here and giving me that feedback. All right, I do appreciate it, even though I completely find it repulsive at every level.
That's the truth.
What?
That's just how life is, man.
Wow. All right. Well, you take care, and again, I look forward to coming back stronger next season and doing what I need to do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's DJ Lethal Vibes. Yeah, I mean, as you all can hear, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about what happened yesterday, all right? And we're just going to field these as they come, all right? Thank you. April, good morning. How are you doing, my friend? How are you doing, April? Are you there? Going once, going twice? April. I don't see you, April. I don't see you. I don't see you. All right, April. I'll move it on then. April, maybe you could come back and we can talk again. All right. Good morning, Swerve. How are you doing?
Zeus, I am doing wonderful.
You are good. That's nice to hear. Nice to hear. How are you processing, the state of affairs right now in the country?
Oh, well, what happened happened. You know, I'm not gonna jump on TikTok and be like, it was rigged.
Yeah.
So rigged.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris should. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
He won. I'm gonna have
Thank
to
you.
eat crow. I'm gonna have to eat crow.
Thank you, Swerve. That's what I'm saying.
Move on with my life.
Thank you.
Know? But I'm also tell you this. We're going to be on his behind like white on rice in the middle of a paper plate in a goddamn snowstorm.
There you go. There you go. And that's the part we don't.
And that's what we have to do. Because I think right now, MAGA is like, oh, well, he's going to do this. I want to see him stand up this child care program with all this money we're going to be taking in from terrorists. I want to see him start this mass deportation, which is going to cost billions of dollars that they don't have money for.
Yeah.
I want to see the next round of tax cuts, which is going to add to our deficit yet again. And who's going to have to make up that revenue for the country? The middle class.
You people out there.
I want to see him do all the things that he said he was going to do. I don't want to see him playing 345 days of golf. I don't want to see him just constantly coming on TV, blaming everybody else.
Yeah.
And I want to see him actually take some responsibility.
That part.
So when the economy goes right back in the toilet and he starts blaming everybody but himself, MAGA will hopefully then realize, well, wait a minute, I backed the wrong horse.
Do you think they will ever realize that at this point? Because some people are saying he's going to get 2 terms now. He's going to do another 8 years, and
he can't.
Well,
he did. I'm trying to remember when. I think about 2 years ago, he actually tried to file a suit saying that since his term was interrupted, he's supposed to have 2 solid terms, but constitutionally, that's not how it works. You get 8 years, period. And the reason that clause was put into place was, who was it? He had a heart attack in his 3rd term and passed away at Camp David. Was it FDR?
For the 3rd term,
it was FDR.
I don't remember who it is either. But you don't think Donald Trump is going to try to be a dictator?
Oh, he definitely will.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see if he's going to do. Let's see what it's going to look like when he starts trying to remove all the radical left woke Democrats from the military. That's gonna weaken our military, don't you think? Because some people you can't replace at the drop of a dime. Like, you can't put you can't take a seaman recruit and put that seaman recruit in the place of a master chief. In the place of a command master chief.
Right.
You can't take a 3rd class petty officer and put him in place of a Navy SEAL team leader. You just can't do these things. It doesn't work like that.
Well,
it's just going to weaken our military. So I want to see it. I want to see, because this is something that was in Agenda 47.
Thank you, Lisa.
Change the employment status of over 50,000 federal employees. And if it's discovered that they had anything to do with the Democratic Party, they will be automatically fired on an at-will basis.
Wow.
So I want to see him do this stuff. Wouldn't that weaken our government if you just reinstall the government with nothing but loyalists? I think that's how Schmidler did it.
I think that as well, but I think his party, the Republicans, they're willing to embrace that, right? I think we're going to see a big change in the way we deal with our foreign policy, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's concerns that I got about, our alliances with NATO and this Russia conflict, and as well as the Israel conflict.
Well, in both of those conflicts, a few weeks ago, he said he would negotiate with Putin. He's not going to negotiate with Volodymyr Zelensky. He's going to negotiate with Putin. And the only thing Zelensky will accept is the full withdrawal of Russia from
Yep.
his land. That's it. That's pretty much it. He's already said to Bibi Netanyahu, finish the job already. Which he's basically given Bibi Butthole Yeho, carte blanche to go in there and just do whatever he wants.
But okay. So my last question, and is this: could the Democrats have done anything differently to make this race more favorable to the Democrats?
I think they should have talked more. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Kamala ran a hell of a race in 107 days. I think she did. She was flawless on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
She was out knocking on doors 2 days ago.
Yeah.
In Reading, PA. I was like, you'll never see Donald Trump doing that because it ain't a golf cart there he can ride in.
Yeah.
I think they should have touted the record of the Biden administration. Here's what we got done, and here's how we want to expound on that in the future. Here's what we got done with infrastructure. Now here's how we want to expound on that in the future. For our veterans, we got the
Yeah, it was a flawless campaign. Yes, Kamala did run a flawless campaign. We're not disputing that.
And in the future, I mean, if you're asking me what I think she could have done more of, talk about the record, talk about how, let's take the PACT Act for our veterans, right? Hey, we created the PACT Act. This is the number of veterans who've been able to get additional screening going all the way back to the Vietnam War. They're now gaining benefits, medical care that they desperately needed.
Yeah.
That they couldn't get before. Now here's how we're going to expound on that. Let's expand that health care on active duty military bases for the family members to also be able to go in there and get the exact same health care. Because they're still limited. They still have to pay insurance and stuff like that. Some of the family members do. So, the stuff like that, I think might have helped her. But as far as I'm concerned, hold on one sec, Zeus. I'm sorry. Dang it. I just spilled that. That's hot.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm okay. I'm all right. But, that's what I think they could have done a little bit more of. Put some of that in her speeches. But otherwise, I think she ran a brilliant campaign for 107 days.
Yep.
The Zoom calls at the beginning were
they energized. They did a lot.
Started.
Yeah.
And I as Nutty was saying earlier, just to expound on what Nutty said, you can take the racist out of the environment the racist was raised in, but you can't take the racism out of the person.
Bingo.
And these people who voted for Donald Trump, they don't care about his racist rhetoric. They didn't care about his violent rhetoric. They don't care what his plans are for the country. They don't care about health care. All they care about is themselves.
Bingo.
Even Blagga. And Blagga is nothing but another agent of white supremacy. They think they're going to have a seat at the table. And they don't. Look at Tim Scott and Byron Donalds, both sitting there jockeying to be vice president. And they even put on suits to make themselves look like Donald Trump and go support him in New York. And he was like, no, I don't think so.
It's mind blowing, brother. It's mind blowing. All right, but I got to move it on. All right.
No, that's fine, brother. I'm trying to make my coffee with shaky, unworkable hands.
Okay. Well, listen. Thank you for coming on and checking in. All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, listen. We're gonna be okay, but we're gonna keep holding his feet to the fire.
That part. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Brother Swerve. Love you too. Oh yeah. You see, we're getting to the bottom, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. Zeus is, you know what I'm saying? We don't run from feedback, all right? We take feedback and we get better with that, all right? Moving to, let's see who we got next in the box, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. We got a lot of folks up in here, all right? Good morning, Bounce. How are you?
Good morning. I'm okay.
All right.
I want to sit here with my head down.
Thank you.
You're not getting ready to move out this country.
Thank you. Well, if you did, I understand.
But I'm not.
How are you processing the results of the 2024 election? How are you processing it?
Well, I believe that a lot of it's just difficult to believe that It's not difficult. They targeted counties where the black population was during those B scares. You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they went to the polls, they were told that they had to go somewhere else. So there was a lot of gerrymandering going
W
on,
Creative Inc. Studios. Thank you, brother.
and
Okay.
a lot of that. And so right now, we're gonna hold him accountable. My eggs better cost 98 cents a dozen.
That's a part. That part. I honestly though, Bounce. It's like, yeah, we don't got to hear about them crying anymore about the state of affairs, right? Because their daddy is now going to be president, and he's going to take care of all of their problems, right?
Yep, and my lease is up on my Tesla. I will not be getting another one.
Oh God, you're done with Teslas. Well, yeah, because there's this electric vehicle mandate that the Biden administration was trying to push onto people, and so yeah, you might want to get rid of that and get back to some good old fashioned gasoline. All right, good job,
Yep.
Bounce.
So I'm gonna do that.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna pollute the air with my gas.
Oh wow, let's go. What about the bacon?
Oh, I don't eat bacon, so it
Oh well, what about groceries in general?
yes, I'm gonna say that.
Bounce, where did you go, Bounce? Because listen,
I'm
huh?
gonna say that my blueberries better cost 98 cents.
That part.
Raspberries better cost 98 cents.
That part.
My bread better cost $1.10. Let me see. I think that all my stuff should be under $1.
Amen. I agree. Yeah, if it's not, we're gonna have a lot of problems.
Oh yeah, and then for all you people who voted against your Social Security and your disability, and
They
all
didn't
that
need
good
it.
stuff,
They didn't
you
need it.
must not need it, but you will need it when your pre-existing illnesses show back up, and you can't get covered, and they're not gonna give you any help. Be happy about that. Let's talk about the children who will not be educated under Donald Trump
Get
administration.
rid of the Department of
Let's
Education.
get rid of that. So we want to hold y'all all accountable for your daddy, because he's not our daddy. He's your daddy.
That part.
You guys are the ones that voted for him, so that makes him your daddy.
Thank
My
you.
daddy has been deceased for 20 years.
Lord have mercy.
Okay?
Sorry
So
for
don't
that.
tell me nothing about a daddy, because I only had one daddy. And number 3, my poodle did go vote with his mama,
Okay.
and they were happy to have him there.
All right.
He did.
That's
And
good.
water better not be polluted. You people in Michigan, your water's dirty, and it's gonna stay dirty under Trump
You think so?
Because he
Lord.
don't care nothing about them. And to all you Latinos that voted against your rights when they come knocking on your door, whether you got papers or not, just remember you voted to go back across that border. Okay?
Well, they don't know that, but you know what, Bounce? If it happens, it happens. Like I said, I'm going to focus on what it takes to get better in the off season, all right? And let them figure out what they need to figure out, all right? Because it's on them. All right, Bounce. Well, listen, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Bounce. No lies detected. No lies. Oh, detected. Oh, April, you're back. April, where are you at, April? How are you doing?
I'm okay.
All right.
I'm doing okay. It was a shock,
Yeah.
and but I'm not surprised, and I'll give you an example of why I'm not surprised.
Let's go.
North Carolina went blue down the map and then voted for Trump. North Carolina voted
I
their
saw
attorney
that.
general. They're all white men and white women.
Explain that in your opinion. What's really what's at the issue in
Well,
that?
this country, and we see it every day, Zeus, and I know you see it. They can claim they're not racist. They can claim, oh, they love everybody and all this. It's bullshit, and you know it. It's white supremacy, and it's always been in control. It's always. Now you got the top patriarch being billionaires that's going to dictate, our cost of goods. Really?
Wow.
Really? Yeah,
Wow.
this doesn't change anything. These people are still uninformed. I'm going to keep doing what I do, and that's to tell the truth and facts.
Amen.
And they're not going to change that just because they're too uninformed or don't try to research anything. That's not my fault.
That part.
They voted a criminal, corrupted convict
I
into
never, I never,
office.
I never, honestly, April, I never thought this would happen in this country.
Never, 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 never. But this is what we deal with. They picked a man over country. That's what happened. They picked a man over country. They don't care about me. That will soon be getting Social Security pretty soon. They don't care about any of the marginalized communities. They don't care about nobody but themselves. They want
Lord
their
have,
gas cheap. They want the gas. We were fighting for humanity. We were fighting for rights. And their gas was just too damn expensive. We got to give up our democracy for that. They didn't give a shit about the
Lord,
January 6th
they don't.
having a man
Lord have mercy.
that planned this shit from the
Oh my
beginning.
God.
I'm sorry. I know.
It's,
Sorry,
you know,
Mama Zeus.
all the court cases, they just melted away today, or yesterday. They just melted away. It's over.
Yeah. I'll bet Georgia. Georgia's still there. And guess what?
Let's just go ahead and
She
throw that.
just got reelected.
I mean, even if it's true, this guy Donald Trump, April, from what I looked at it, I said I got to leave this guy. Whatever he's doing, it's serious business. You got 2 of those situations on his life at least, right? You got all these court cases, and he just keeps coming back. The support just gets stronger. I'm like, you know what?
It's the rich. It's the rich, Zeus. It's always been that way. It's always been the rich over
Nasty.
the poor. It's
Nasty.
always. They buy their way out of everything. But I do want to say this doesn't change anything. These people that vote for him are absolutely everything Donald Trump stands for.
Bingo.
They're xenophobic. They're
What?
racist. They are bigoted. They hate fellow Americans. They don't want me to do better or you to do better. It's all about them. And it shows. It doesn't change who these people are. He got elected. It doesn't mean that he's any better. Doesn't mean they're any better. They're still the trash they were when Biden called them garbage. That is what they are.
Do you think if Biden would have stayed in, though? One of the guests suggested if Biden would have stayed in, that the Democrats probably would have had a better chance. What are your thoughts on that, real quick?
No. I think Biden to had a better chance. I believe that
Because it was just 2 crazy guys at the end of the day. If you want to play it that way, right? I mean, you know, you bite, whether you liked it or not, we had them, right?
Well, the donors did it. It wasn't our choice. You know, we backed Biden until he said he was no longer doing it. It was the donors. It was money talking again. The money won.
It goes back to Moon's
And-
point. Got it.
And that's what it was. It was the money won. It wasn't our choice because we backed him till he decided to step down.
That part is true.
So,
That part is true.
Yeah, and so it would not. I mean, if we'd have lost with Biden, we would have lost with Biden. We lost with Kamala.
But do you?
It just shows how many. I just didn't think more Americans was this hateful.
But Biden. So with Kamala, do you think it was just about her race, or do you think it was also about her being a woman too?
Oh, it's absolutely a woman.
Okay,
A
so
woman,
the Biden,
I don't think a woman will have a chance.
So Biden being in, that wouldn't have been something to count against him then, right?
No.
Despite his
No.
age, that wouldn't have been an issue. Fair enough,
There-
April. I don't know.
There's too much. There's too much there. I think if Biden, maybe if we would have had a primary, Biden would have stepped down earlier than the 3 months, we had left to president.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to look what she did do in only 3 months.
Incredible. That's why.
4 years.
That's what I.
4 years
That
of doing
part.
the crowd.
That's what I say, ladies and gentlemen. Show April some love. She's telling the truth.
But it doesn't change anything. Every day, I'm still going to call you out for the
All right.
pieces of crap that you are.
That's right. Same here, April. We're going to continue to hold them accountable. But like I said, on day one, I better see that bacon drop to pretty much nothing.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I want my groceries lowered $50 a week. Come
I
on
want
now.
I want them eggs and
And
all
the
of that.
gas prices are just going to instantly go down.
Yep, you know it.
No wars. So when we let Russia just march right in Ukraine and take over
Yeah.
and let him border Poland and everywhere, Yeah. Okay,
Not
y'all.
not our problem. It's their
Not our
problem.
problem. Not our problem. You voted for it.
Yep. Tell them,
Thank
April.
you, Zeus.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful April another round of applause. A lot of people think that, my pride is so much that I can't handle people saying that I lost or laughing. You know what? Get it out of your system, all right? Because we got 4 more years, all right? And while you're up there laughing and doing all that stuff, we'll be getting better in the gym, all right? Don't worry about it, all right? Let me go to the box again, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, I'm going to try to get through as many of you as I can before I get up out of here. It's still the same quality show. W. Rick in the chat. It's still the same quality show here, all right? It's a little different, all right? Hi, Cammy. Hi, Cece. How are you?
Oh, Zeus. I've been trying to get on all morning and my stupid phone hasn't been charging.
Is it charging now?
Yes, I'm keeping
Good.
an eye on it.
I
So
need that phone nice and charged because we got a lot of work to do, Cece.
Zeus, we're not done.
Nope.
We're not done.
They
I,
think we're done, but they don't understand our off season. We train and we practice very hard and we study, and that's what's going to help us out next time. Please continue, Cece.
Can I vent a little bit about
Sure, sure. We got about 5 minutes. All right. What do you
Okay,
got?
good. I need a good 5.
Good. Let me.
Would you allow me to speak about others?
I mean, at this point, get it off your chest.
I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted, and it has nothing to do with the election. I'm upset about the election. I cannot believe you women out there. Shame on you, you women out there who didn't vote. Shame on you people who sit on your ass and didn't do anything. You didn't even have the energy to get up and go stand in line for 5 minutes to cast your vote against the evil. But you know what? Gonna reap what you sow. And I want to say this to you. I want to say this to you, Janae, you trash. For you to constantly talk about children and how you protected children, you liar. You sit there on Danger's Live while he told us Democrat women we deserve to be raped, and so do our daughters. And you sit back there, Janae, you evil demon, and not say a word. Not say a word. And then I had the opportunity to go back into Snuggle. You trash. I will never, ever, ever go back to your live. When I sit up there and this man, it was me, Dane, and another man. And this man was talking trash. And I said, do you have any other thing to talk about? It's the same song and dance you all have. Do you have anything different? And then someone brought up children. And I said, who was talking about children? Well, the other man muted, and it come out to be Danger. Danger, who says, we deserve raping. Our daughters deserve raping because we are Democrats. You lowlife. And
Nasty.
I'm a true believer in karma. I'm a true believer
It's okay,
in it.
Cece. It'll be okay.
I can't. Just give me just 1 or 2 more minutes. Okay, just a minute. Okay.
Okay, all
Just
right.
let me get this out. Okay, please. I appreciate you. I love you. I'm so disgusted. But Danger, you're the one who brought up children, and I asked you to tell everybody what you said. You called me an old hag that I didn't know what I was talking about. Tell them what you said, boy. That's what I said to him. Tell him, boy. Tell him what you said, boy. You want to be a man? Tell them what you said about us women. You low-life trash. You low-life trash, Janae. You're gonna pay. You call yourself a Christian, bitch. You're gonna pay the price one day. You gotta meet your maker. Every freaking one of you gonna meet your maker. Karma.
Cece, come on
Yes.
now. We got to bring it back. All right. You got to just step away and not let them take your power. All right.
They're not taking my power.
Okay. But I don't know what that's about. But we have to pack it up. And again, focus on getting better in the off season. We played the best game we could, and we didn't get the results we wanted. I believe you tried your hardest. I tried my hardest, but the people have spoken. And people who are bad people, that's a different thing, right? I mean, I'm still going to call people out if they're being wrong and problematic. That's not an issue, but I think it's time for us to just, really focus on what do we got to do to prevent this from happening again in this country.
Well, one thing's for sure.
Yeah.
In 4 years, we will be done with him altogether.
All right. That's what I needed to hear from you, Cece. All right. And listen, you have every right to be upset, but we don't need to sin. All right. We're not going to sin. You can be angry, but sin not. That's what the good book says. It says somewhere in there. So, and I feel your pain. I really feel your pain. I woke up and actually, before I even went to bed, I was livid.
Yep.
All right. I just can't believe it, but that's why I'm listening now and I'm going, you know what? Maybe I got it wrong. Maybe, because now that the results have came out, maybe we got things wrong and we need to recalibrate. And that's a tough pill to swallow.
In a short time, she gave us a good fight.
She did.
I truly believe that she was going to win. And I'm like you last night. It was tough to see that.
Yeah.
But I did not wake up this morning in a bad mood. It's just that, that James Bear thing, she's been baiting me.
Well, don't let her get to you, all right?
Yeah, no. And I just had to get it out about that. Okay.
All right.
And I
All right.
appreciate that. But
All right.
they're not gonna stop me.
Okay. All right.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Cece. People are very passionate today. People are very, very passionate today, all right? But like I said, I have no problem facing my critics and my detractors. I have no problem at all. It's part of the process, all right? Like I said, I know I'm doing something they could never do. You see how calm I am listening to them just get up here and rub it in my face? Okay, great. All right, I have no problem doing that, all right, because I understand what it takes to be great, all right? Let's move it along. Who do we got next in the chat? All right. Who is next? All right, there she is. Good morning, Shay. I knew you were here somewhere. How are you doing?
Hey.
All right. Yeah. Well, listen, I've been sitting in the hot seat for for 2 hours, so
I'm proud of you, man.
Right. It's been quite the experience, to say the least, but
yeah.
Go ahead and weigh in. How are you feeling?
I mean, honestly, I'm all right, but I'm in a state of shock, and the main thing that is coming to me is I pray I was wrong. I hope I was wrong.
Well, we clearly were wrong.
Well, let's know about his dangerous stuff.
We could be wrong on that too.
I hope we were fooled by the media. I hope we drank the Kool-Aid.
Gulp.
I hope for this country we were fucking wrong.
Wow.
I really do. I really do. Because the alternative is disaster. The alternative is we were right. I don't want to be right at this point. I don't want to be right.
Alter ego, thank you. But Shay,
I'm
maybe.
like you.
Oh, what was that?
I'm like you. We'll eat crow, say we were wrong. We're gonna look at everything he's doing, and we're gonna just point it out when we see what we warned you about. We're going to say that's what we said. This is what we said. This is what we warned you about.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do any of it, then I will be the happiest person to tell you I was wrong.
That's why I'm Triple H, right? The middle H is humility. We all have it in us, but some people just suppress it when it's time to be it. This is the time for the Democrats to express humility. All right?
100%.
We got it wrong. We got it completely wrong. And there's a lot of blame. You can't just put it on one person.
No.
So when Trump supporters get in my box, or Republicans, they get in my box and they say, this is my opinion about things, I have to take it under consideration.
Yeah, it's good to listen to them. It's good to hear their perspective. We've heard their perspective for 4 years. It's all the same.
We had 4 years to ourselves, though, so we were kicking butt for 4 years as well. Let's not forget that. We kicked butt for 4 years. So
No, we did. We did. And that's the thing is, we get control of the House. I don't want a bunch of impeachments. I don't want a lot of this stuff. I think we need to let him roll.
let him rock, and because at this point,
rock and roll. At this point, you know what? Democrats, stop trying to save democracy. Stop trying to be on the good side of
that's
things.
where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Let's get straight to it.
This is where the country has to F around and find out. This is where it just has to happen. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. We've done everything we can to warn you guys about his rhetoric, about this, what he wants, and all of this. And at the end of the day, you made your decision because all you could see is for sale signs and this and that, and you couldn't see anything else outside of your face. So when it comes down to anything, and like I said, I hope we're wrong. I really do. I'll be happy to go on TikTok and go, I was wrong. I was stupid. I'm willing to own it.
Yeah, same here.
That's what I want, because I don't want the alternative that I predict.
Listen, our projections clearly about the election were wrong. I'm open to the fact that, you know what? Our projections about his presidency might be wrong.
Maybe.
And we all lived through 2016. Get ready for the headlines, because those are coming.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the trillions of dollars they're going to spend to mass deport 11 million people. And see how y'all are crying about spending money and America first.
I know day one in the White House, the coverage, the news coverage is, we're going to have 4 years of intense news coverage. So buckle up, folks. It's going down.
Geez. It's just, I can't even believe that we're going back into the chaos. The chaos, the constant chaos of what he says, what he does, what he tweets, the constant media chaos. And nothing getting done, because if they get control of the House, nothing will get done for the American people. Nothing. I mean, they proved that for 2 years. I don't understand how you didn't see the control of Congress for the last 2 years. They got nothing done for the American people. They didn't fix the border. They didn't do any of it. They didn't lower your gas prices. They didn't fix the economy. The Republicans had the chance to do that in the last 2 years. They didn't do it. And you gave them another ride. I'm blown away. And
blown away.
That makes sense. Is yes, I wish Biden had not rerun.
You do?
She needed more time to show who she was. She needed more time to separate herself from Biden and get on the policy.
But even if more time, I still think the misogyny in the race would have been an issue. At this point, I'm concerned that, I mean, we can't go back and duplicate anything or redo things.
No,
but
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of their campaign. I really am.
Yeah, she did an outstanding job having to kind of toe the line between President Biden and former President Trump. She did a pretty solid job getting it together in 107 days, and really trying to turn out the vote. So. Yeah, I got to give it to her. I couldn't do it. I can only imagine how much stress she's under. I mean, I know there were people at her campaign yesterday. They were hoping that she would come out and say a few choice words, and that didn't happen. So I know they were disappointed as well.
She's doing her speech at 4 p.m. today. She's doing.
Got to get it out of the way, Kamala. Yeah. You got to get it out of the way. Again.
She didn't need to concede last night. There's still votes being counted.
Yeah.
But she'll do it today, and of course, because that's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Bozo never did. But at the end of the day, like I said, hope we were wrong. I want to be wrong so bad.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, listen,
But
Shay.
anyway,
Thank you.
we're staying here on TikTok, and we will just point out how the economy didn't immediately get fixed, and the border isn't built, and we'll just point it out to you. Just that's what we're going to be here to do. But like I said, we're all Americans. We all want the best for this country. But yeah, we have a lot of growing to do.
Amen.
We're not there yet, and I don't know that a Democrat will ever run a woman again. Sadly.
Sadly, you're right. All right. And I agree.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you
We're gonna
too.
be all right. Everything's okay. Just
Ladies, let's give Shay, the beautiful Shay, a round of applause. As you can, love you too. Keep up the great work. Like I said, keep up the great work. Don't worry. We're gonna lower your taxes, and we'll take care of it. All right. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's my good friend Shay. All right, as you can see, all right, I see some people in here that they've been trying to talk to Big Zeus for a while. Come on up here, Craig. Come on up here. This is Certified MAGA. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead, get
definitely MAGA.
Get the laughing. Go ahead. You're not laughing. Go ahead, and laugh.
No, it's not about laughing. It is what it is. I told you it was going to happen, but you guys, you always constantly. It was what it was.
Yeah.
I told you that was going to happen originally.
What was the signs that you detected that it was going to happen?
Just replacing Biden like that.
I
told you it was going to happen as soon as they replaced him.
So you're the second person. You think President Biden, even though he was old, you still think he still should have stayed in? Craig.
No, they should have had an open primary. Then you wouldn't have lost the Senate. Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been a much better running.
So Biden should have basically dropped out soon.
Like that just wasn't helping.
You think that's more of an issue
a little
than
sooner have a primary? Yeah.
You think that's more of an issue than where'd you go? Craig, come on back. Yeah. You think that was more of an issue than her being a woman and a woman of color? You got a lot of noise. Craig, you got a lot of noise.
Yeah, I'm outside at the moment. Yeah, I'm outside. Let me go back in.
Okay, well listen, if it's too much then yeah,
absolutely.
I won't hold you up. But okay, are you going back in now?
Yeah, I'm back in.
Okay. So I just want to make sure I understand this correctly. You believe if Biden would have stayed in, we would have had a better chance?
Maybe you would have had a better chance, but if you would have had an open primary like Shapiro and Newsom and all that, you would have had a much better chance, yeah.
Do you think her gender and her race were an issue in any way?
I don't think so.
A lot of people seem to feel like it is. It's misogyny and it's racism. For instance,
they have to bring that in. Everybody always brings in a race card, this and that. By the end of the day, it is what it is. Nobody cares.
Wow. So, what do you think is going to happen with these criminal cases?
Oh, they're all going to go away right away. I told you that from day one. That just none of those are going to stick.
Wow. Do you?
Yeah, they're going to immediately fire whatever his name is.
Jack Smith. His name is Jack
Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack Smith. Yeah, it's all over.
You think the country's going to start moving in the quote right direction now?
No, nothing changes in Washington. No matter who the president, nothing's going to change.
So you still think the gas prices are going to still be high and inflation is still going to be an issue even with Trump in office?
Probably. Gas prices are gas prices. They had nothing. No president has anything to do with gas prices.
So let's just say he's in there and the gas is through the roof. Inflation is still high. Would that make you uncomfortable? Would that make you upset?
No.
Wow.
Gas prices never affected me.
Wow.
From day one.
Wow. Well, what did Joe Biden do that was so terrible? Because that was all y'all cried about, the bacon, the eggs.
No, Biden hid. There was no Biden. We don't know who was running the country. There was no way he was running anything.
So that's your big issue with President Biden. It was never the eggs. It was never inflation. It was never the two-tier justice system.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
It was just
two-tier justice system. That was wrong. He shouldn't have did that.
So again, the biggest issue with President Biden was you say he was hidden from the American people?
He was nothing. Everybody was telling him what to do.
Wow. Craig, I have no words.
You would have had a better shot with an open primary, and because Trump is Trump. He had 71 million. I don't know where the 81 million votes came last time. That was just crazy. But that was a normal election. It was called the same night. It was what it was.
But he did do some things. He was announcing there was some cheating in Pennsylvania. Do you know what that cheating was about?
No.
I noticed he got real quiet about that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
We should look into that. We definitely should. And then
we should look at that election.
There were some B threats going into Georgia that seemed to come from Russia, and he talked to Putin quite a bit. I think that should be looked into as well, right?
Absolutely, I think so.
Wow.
They all should have been looked at. You should have looked at the last one too.
Wow.
It left a lot of people with a sour taste in their mouth.
Wow.
It did.
But you're happy.
It carried over for 4 years.
Overall, you're happy with the outcome of the election this time.
Absolutely. He's the right man. He has the House and the Senate now, and he's just gonna run with it.
What's the first thing he needs to do once he gets into office? First 3 things. What should he be doing?
Close the border. Close the border would definitely be one.
Mass deportations?
No, that's never gonna happen.
Oh, okay. What else should he do? So he's going to close the border.
Yeah, drilling always helps.
Fracking.
Get more oil going.
Fracking. Get some of that fracking.
Yeah,
and then what else?
Yeah, might as well. Who knows? It could go any direction. They should technically. They should put voter ID. They should actually get a system where it's going to actually help in the long run.
Got it.
That's what they should do, but they're not going to.
Got it. Well, I mean, I don't think those are, to me, big issues that Biden couldn't have at least addressed, but it is what it is. All right, Craig, I got to move it on. All right. I got to move it on. And thank you for having the courage to come up here. Don't worry. I'll still keep coming up here and holding MAGA accountable.
I'll still watch you. I enjoy your show.
Okay. Well, listen, thank you. But, we're going to have to process what's happening these next few days. All right, champ?
I hear you. Enjoy it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. All right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. Zeus has done his shift for this morning. And don't worry, I'll be back tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. All right. So before I get up out of here, we're just gonna have to put it out there. Somebody's gonna have to go into the lake of fire today. Someone's going to have to go into the lake of fire today because Zeus is not happy. Who should go into the lake of fire? Let me see. Who should be in the lake of fire today this morning? Who do we put in there, ladies and gentlemen? Because I started thinking, I said, maybe Zeus should go into the lake of fire. It is what it is, right? That seems to be where the energy is at. Snuggles? Y'all think Snuggie, all right? Because we got to get off at least a little bit today. We're going to throw Snuggie into the lake of fire. I think you're right. All right. Let's warm up the lake of fire because, we're going to blame this on Snuggles. Snuggie. Look at what you've done to this country. The lies, the misinformation, the crying all over TikTok. Look at how Donald Trump has divided this country like it's never been divided. Yeah, I think Snuggie is a good one. Let me warm up the lake of fire for Snuggie, all right? Hey, Snuggles. I paid you your money for those steaks, bro. 47 smackaroos. You're still possessed. What did you say, Valerie? Did you say, can I put you in there too, Valerie? How about we all go into the lake of fire, right? It is what it is. What a terrible country we live in, ladies and gentlemen. Join me in sending us all to the lake of fire. Let's give ourselves a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you man. of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it.
Translation: you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
It just doesn't hit the same. It just doesn't hit the same. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did our best. I'll be back tomorrow, same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. All right, take care. Have a great rest of your morning. You all are amazing. I enjoy this, ladies and gentlemen, honestly. I don't mind spending every morning talking to all of you. At the end of the day, we're all Americans. Some of us are just out of touch with reality, and we'll get there. Don't worry, I'll lower your taxes. Sarah, have a great rest of your morning. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll continue this. I love you too. Maga Demon, I see you. You're a legend now. You're welcome. Rick C. Sarah, come on back. Tiffany, for the people. You know my heart is with you. Keep up the great work. It's me, Gen X. Keep it going. All right. I love you all. Mount Negro, yes, you're right. I'll still keep making some of the best videos that you've ever seen. Hey. Hey, let's go. Let's go! I have no problems facing my critics and my detractors. It is what it is. I know one thing. We left it all on the floor. And I feel great about that. Yeah, I lost. Thank you, Angel. But it doesn't mean the war is over, right? You know, you may have won the battle, but you didn't win the war kind of thing. Whatever, Susie. Go ahead and put your red wave out there. Go ahead. Gen X girl, I love you too. Tinkerbell, I love you too. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Impeachment on the way, Heaven. Don't even impeach him at this point, Heaven. It's not even worth it. Just, Deb, I'm proud of you. Just let him do whatever he needs to do at this point. It is what it is. Don't even waste our time. Will I be leaving, Lucy? No. Lucy, listen, if I left, who would you look at every morning and lust after? Come on, Lucy. Think about that, Lucy. You need me, Lucy. You need the Democrats, Lucy. Oh, yeah, for today, yeah. James Scott, don't worry. All you Trump supporters, I'll be back tomorrow. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. Don't worry. Let's go. Yeah, we lost today. We lost. It is what it is. All right. They asked you to play the drill, baby drill. Oh, great.
Look, they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
I guess he has a point.
We're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to be so deep.
We're going to drill so deep.
For these guys, we're going to drill. We're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down our debt. We're going to lower your taxes to insane asylums.
What we get?
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter, drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, there's a frack.
We're going to drill, baby, drill. That's what it is the next 4 years.
Up in there, she was against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff.
Hey. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we're going to do. We're going to drill. They always go back to what they want.
She can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that.
And we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. We're gonna be for these guys.
All right. I'm out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. All right, great show.